will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning.
To this extended presentation on Perplexity. It's a pretty cool looking tool. First off, I don't really see it as just an LLM. It's really a search engine that is AI augmented and has the retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, attached to it. It goes out to the internet, it can find stuff, and then it can answer questions for you about what it found. Now, that's a lot of power there. Now, the results out of Perplexity can be text, and we've seen that before. Put in a line, it spits out a book full of text. It certainly does that. That's a real power of these LLMs. But it can also generate images. It can also go out and find images for us on the web. And if you want, you can even use another LLM instead of the one from Perplexity. They've got a relationship with the other LLMs. And this is kind of handy because it lets us sort of make a comparison of how does ChatGPT do it versus how does Anthropic do it versus. So you're going to see that today as well. Now, you see on the screen the Perplexity main prompt page. Let's take a look at some of the items around the screen here. First off, is it says that you have your Pro account down here in the area. Likewise, there's a toggle, so we can toggle on and off the Pro capabilities. And there are some special abilities that come with Pro. We're going to talk about those in just a few more minutes. But the home button is what takes us here. The Discover button is kind of interesting. So it comes up with articles that are based upon the things it knows about you. And then the library of all the prompts that you'd already created. And I've actually started categorizing some of them as well. So let's go back to the home though, and let's go ahead and enter a new prompt. So the prompt I'm going to give it is this one. I wanted to write a blog post for me. I just wanted something entertaining, nothing very complex. And this is really common of the way a lot of people have learned to use an LLM. Is you just give it a single sentence and then have it go off and write for you, and we're all marveled at it. But this one actually has a different capability in it. This actually says, as part of your subscription, I'm going to ask you a couple follow-up questions. So, for example, Stephen, what do you want me to talk about? I want to talk about the challenges, and I want to talk about the prompting techniques that are going to be found. So here it's helping me craft a better prompt. Let's go ahead and see what it does now. So God searches the web. It finds about 20 sources. It brings them all in, compiles them, and then provides me this result. Once it's done thinking about it, once it's done producing the answer, it comes back and it shows us over here on the right-hand side some things that it found in its search. So we're going to see images there. We're going to see also a button that says, hey, why don't you have me generate an image for you? So that's what we can do here. I'm going to go ahead and have it generate this image right away. It's going to run through all the information I've fed it so far and produce us a related image. So here's the image. Kind of looks like Captain. Doesn't it? Doesn't it look like me? Yep. All right. Well, I'll keep working on that. So one of the things that I can do with Perplexity is I'm going to come down here to the very bottom, and I'm going to show you that if I tell it to rewrite, this is where I get access to some really awesome and very powerful other LLMs. So Perplexity's come out with their fast and versatile sonar model, GTP4 turbos, Claude 3 Sonnet, Claude 3 Opus, as well as the Mistral large model. So here I can say, I like the way this has been written perhaps, but I also want to see something new. So I'm going to let Sonar rewrite it for us. So it's in this way that I can access the other LLMs. Now we can also set it as a default if I want to use a different LLM than the Perplexity one. So it's kind of handy how it works that. At the bottom of the article, it also comes up with some additional options that I can sort of click on, just the little pluses, and see what else I've got available to me in terms of improving it, adding stuff to the article, whatever. And this is kind of handy. This is one way also of allowing it to sort of guide you through what it's found. So it's kind of neat. All right, so that's a single shot prompt. It's easy to switch between those models. Let's go see it write another blog post for me, but this time I'm going to put in some context. I'm going to create some authority in the prompt that I give it. So let's go ahead and see what we do with that one. I want to start a new thread here. So I'm going to go back to my home. And this time I'm going to give it a prompt that says, hey, I'm a small business. I'm a manufacturer. I sell my products through distribution. I also sell direct to consumers via an online store. I want to improve my company. I want relevant information on improving the online presence, increasing the sales in the online store, or uncover areas of innovation within the company. You're a digital marketer. You understand the strategic use of digital, improving business results, and you work with small to medium businesses all across the U.S. I also value the principles found in a project called economic gardening. Well, how does it know about economic gardening? Well, because I'm going to attach an article from Economic Gardening that tells the engine a little bit about what economic gardening is. So I value the principles. I want to improve my business. I want this to tell me how economic gardening might be able to help me, or if I just want to reference those principles. I can also change the focus. And here's where I can say, listen, I just want you to write something for me. I don't need you to go look for stuff. I'm not trying to find information in an academic paper. I don't need to add computational capabilities to this question. I'm not interested in looking on YouTube at this point. I'm not interested in checking Reddit for the topic either. So let's go ahead and provide this context and authority for the search engine, or I call it a search engine already, for Perplexity already. Takes off and it goes to try to understand what it is I'm telling you. Now it also says, okay, Steve, now that you've asked that and you've given me some context, you've given me some authority. So when I pick these, I can tell it that I want SEO, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, and user experience as all part of my consideration when you go to work like this. So let's see what it writes up for us. So it's coming up with a fairly extensive answer in terms of how we might do that. It's asking me to, okay, you want to enhance your online presence. So you've got to do these types of things if you're going to implement successful and proven tactics. So Perplexity is an effective AI-augmented, retrieval-augmented generation search engine, and it's really one of the first I've seen anywhere. The fact that it goes out to the web and looks up stuff for me is really pretty powerful. Very, very excited about that. I see Perplexity is sort of moving ahead to establish itself in the search industry, maybe ahead of Google and Microsoft, who are certainly not the resources to catch up, but certainly they're going to be alongside the big guys. And there you have it. So a glimpse into the powerful world of Perplexity AI. As you've seen throughout the demo, Perplexity is an incredibly versatile and user-friendly tool that you can use to help revolutionize the way you do work. But don't take my word for it. Experience the power of Perplexity for yourself. They offer a sign-up right now for free, and you get time to be able to experience and experiment with it before you commit to a long-term fee. But it's not even a lot of money. So go check out Perplexity. Let me know what you think below in the comments, and subscribe for our next couple of posts.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor?